Alright, so in this one, we are going to be doing my LF animation tier list prior to the 5th anniversary beginning. We did get a hint as well when I'm recording this of a ladybug. I hear a lot of Jiren talk, a lot of rebrand talk, obviously, because she has wings, I believe, in some formation. Even when she's fighting Android 18, she grows big. You know, Ladybug goes from a little small thing to a little big, well, a little bigger small thing, because, you know, spread the wings type of thing. We don't know what's coming. It could just be an EX hint. They did also say it's 2 event exclusives coming. That probably means for part 1, because, well, that would make sense, right? But my LF animation tier list, I've done this about 5 months ago, I believe. Thank you for wherever it's going to be on the screen here. This person, wherever you are, you're on screen now. For your channel, because you have all the LF animations in landscape mode. I spent the last 3 to 4 a.m. trying to get all these, and every single animation will be shown pertaining to the LF that is up to bat for their animations being judged. So, without further ado, Beerus, his animations will be showing, etc., as we continue and go through. But with me wiping my eye from waking up 5 minutes ago, maybe a little bit less, let us begin my LF animation tier list. Obviously, this is completely biased. It's what I like. It's going to be what I enjoy. And I just rewatched all these animations, recording all those animations last night. So, yeah, they're all fresh in my mind. Some of them are a little bit worse than I remember, which is actually pretty upsetting. But the tiers we got are trash, bad, good, very good, amazing, and perfect. Not many will be in the top tier, but I hope there's not many in the bottom tier. Beerus, let us begin. These are the order we're going to do them in. There's 40 LFs, there's 40, units here. So, let us begin with it. Beerus is actually decent. This definitely falls in the category. It definitely could have better stuff in it, but I will say he went from no animation to having animation. His windscreen, a little bit carrying, because his windscreen is just him being calm as hell when it's like the complete opposite of his actual personality. I think it's decent enough. It definitely has, potential that could have been better, but we'll get another Beerus. We'll get another LF Beerus, Hakai Beerus. We should have a Hakai Beerus already. I don't know what we're waiting for, but, the one that killed Zamasu, fucking Hakai, get the fuck out. Not Blue Beerus, but a real LF Hakai Beerus, Ultra Beerus, who knows. But hopefully we do get one of those eventually. But this one, for the first Legends Limited, LF, because they went back and made him an LF unit instead of just Legends Limited only. It holds up to a decent extent to where it's not bad. And if it's not bad, it can't be that terrible, right? Namek Goku. Namek Goku, very short. I think it's like a 10-second LF, because it's a blue card one, right? Even though a lot of blue card ones nowadays are much longer. Look at GV, Tag Force, VT. VT, especially. VT is a very long LF comparatively. It's definitely above Beerus's, right? I would say it's above Beerus's. I would give it a solid good. I think the iconism of the scene being probably the most impactful for at least the 2 that are up here. Well, you look at Goku. Bro is distraught. He has to do this to Frieza. He doesn't want to do this. He's just like, I gotta do it. Okay, I'll say this much. They perfectly display Goku's actual emotions from what he said to where he feels amazingly. They show that he's distraught. He's not happy. He's not sad. But he's just like, he's like disappointed that he had to do that. He didn't want to have to kill Frieza. He thought he killed Frieza, which makes sense. He did a big boom. Frieza was almost dead. Big boom should have killed Mr. Alien Man. It didn't, plot things, but, because that's where, the show was supposed to end at Namek, if you don't know, so they just kept him alive because they continued the show because it was so popular. He was disappointed that happened. And I think the animation of that alone, his face, displays that perfectly. I think most Dragon Ball games actually get that wrong, and Legends did not, which is actually very impressive. That's something I did not expect from Legends. I might even put that to very good by the end of this because they did that so correctly, but for now, good. I think it could very much move up, though. They did that end screen very, very correct. He doesn't even say anything, just flies off, and that's it. That's real. That's how he felt. LF Piccolo. And if you don't already know, it's going to be a lot longer video. Maybe an hour, but around that area, right? LF Piccolo. I think Piccolo's is... It teeters on good to and for me. I don't know if I don't want to consider it bad. I think it's I think it's better than Beerus's. It's not up to Namek Goku's par. That's why I kind of want to put Namek Goku like a little far threshold above. I'll say, it teeters on good. I definitely have a thought process where it could be considered good, but it's just a little funky. It's not really too impactful. There's not really much going. Okay, boom. All right, that's it. I did a beat. There's nothing really going on there. Yeah, I just wish there's a little bit more happening, to be honest. I don't really know what they can even do to improve it. It's just that scene, the moment, the LF itself, nothing really is going to be some standoutish thing. It's just going to be like, alright, it's kind of cool, but like, it's not that great. And that kind of defines the LF for me there. LF Super Vegeta. LFSV, huh. I think his is good. Is it good? I'll say good. Again, Namek Goku, I really might just... I'm just gonna move up to very good at the, what the hell? I think it's reconnected. Okay, anyways, Namek Goku also moving up to very good because of, I think the comparison to SV to Namek Goku is not there. I'll say SV's is good because the animations are proper. It kind of like a Heroes moment, I believe, is where they got it from. It looks alright. Nothing crazy. It's definitely just better than the ones below it. Again, this will obviously be adjusted as we continue on, but it definitely is pretty solid. I'll say that. It's just nothing, again, kind of outlandishly amazing. The best one so far is more because iconism, more than just they actually did it proper. Though, again, Namek Goku's face was done proper. Frieza. I think Frieza is very good. Yeah, Frieza is very good. The ruthlessness, the fucking... the chutzpah to be such an ass and just be like, oh, well, all your fucking race is dead. It's a little fucked up, but like, it's him. It's genuine Frieza, and that's how he is. I mean, they just do the actual personality of some of these characters properly, where, you know, Namek Goku's disappointed. Here's Frieza, who's such a fucking tyrant. He's just like, alright, I don't give a fuck about any of you. You're here. What the fuck do you serve? You're no purpose. You're just Bardock. Who the fuck is you? Get the fuck off my fucking planet, because I own the Saiyans type shit, because he basically did, right? They did the personality right of him, just being like, oh, well, as he said, fireworks. He didn't care, and that's him. That's just Frieza. They just did the personality right. They didn't say anything more. They didn't say anything less. Just copy paste, and that was the best way to do it. Goten, trash. This LF is trash. Terrible. Shouldn't be an LF. At least it shouldn't be Goten's LF. It should be like Gohan's LF. Maybe it would be cooler because it's Gohan. I don't fucking know. But yeah, no, fucking trash. It's probably still playing. Is it done? Is it done? I hope it's done, because I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's fucking trash. That's a threshold. Don't go to Goten tier. You don't want to be down there. FSK? FSK. I think FSK is better than SV's. I don't think it fits that very good mold. Obviously, the moment, you know, does help it a lot. Really not that much in my thought process here, actually. It's just... it feels a little clunky. I know it's older, so, like, I get that. But, yeah, it just looks a little bit more clunky than you would want it to be for such a moment. Like, again, I just compared to Namek Goku and FSK, I'm just like... man, Namek Goku looks pretty pristine. Frieza looks pretty fucking pristine in those moments, but FSK is just like, you got it, Dad. And then it's just like, it's not even like a limp walk. It's just kind of like a, he's dull. Like, bro has no soul left in him, Gohan. And it's just like, you know, he could have used like a little more strut. Like, he's like, actually like, I'm fucking dying here. My one arm is fucking broken. It just kind of looks like, I'm walking here. It's not good enough to me. It's just not. I have a high threshold here, and FSK does not hit it, sadly for me. Because I like it to be higher. Vegeta. Vegeta's, I'm gonna be kind of brutal here, and, you know, I like Vegeta as a character more than most characters. Not really Super Vegeta, because Dragon Ball Super Vegeta, because of, well, I don't like Super Vegeta anyways, but Dragon Ball Super Vegeta is just kind of like, you know, this wishy-washy, hey, I want to be number one, hey, Goku, let's be pals. This is stupid shit, right? It's Dragon Ball Super. They fucking retcon everything from their old shows. I'm gonna say it's bad, mainly because the voice acting, bro. Like, you have him talking to Rose, he's talking shit, and it's like, I can't fucking hear you. He's like, the punches are so loud, which I don't know why they never fixed this. The punches are so loud, you can't hear him talking shit, and it's like, the whole point of that scene is Vegeta talking shit while beating his ass. I can't hear half, or rather, relive 50% of that scene. What the fuck do I care then? I don't give a shit about it then. It's just like, if they fix that, it could be good. But, like, that's not gonna be fixed. So, yeah, no, that scene sucks because they just didn't do it correct with the voice acting and the fucking audio. They put the mixer at 200 for the punches, and the audio mixer at Vegeta's voice at, like, 10%. And they were like, yup, I can coherently hear Vegeta talking shit right now. No, you can't. It just sucks because of that. It looks okay, and that's it. It looks okay, can't hear him. How the hell could that be better than bad? It's pretty bad. Majin Vegeta. Now, here's one that they put care because, well, it's a very cool scene. It's a very iconic scene as well. This is amazing. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it fits there. I don't think we're up there yet. But I do think this is clearly the scene that, you know, you would think, oh my god. If they actually were to look at one of these and be like, wow, which one do we care about the most? It's going to be Majin Vegeta from this entire list here. Maybe Namek Goku could argue it, right? But more clearing Majin Vegeta with the situation of the exact attack combo he did, the way they do the actual LF moment of it just being him dead. They didn't need to do more. They need to do exactly that. They're like, okay, that's enough impact, I guess you could say, for the person watching it. They're like, damn, that shit fucking hurts. Like, he won, but, like, he's dead type of thing. And Vegeta, clearly in the show, did not win while dying. So it's just like, it's a bittersweet type of moment they give you there, which is nice, because that's exactly the way it should be done. Perfect. Almost perfect. Perfect for what the scene is. It can't be perfect. It just isn't the scene to be perfect, in my opinion. But, continuing, OG3Ku. I think this one's pretty goddamn solid, I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff going on, you know, Spirit Bomb, Punch Man, you know, kind of raise my hands up for you here into the Spirit Bomb, and then, you know, funny thumbs up at the end there. I think it's good. It teeters on this border of very good to good. It definitely is a little bit more extended than it needs to be. I guess the, you know, pushing back of power between Goku and presumably Kid Buu at that moment, right, where you're doing the LF, it is solid. It's just, it's a little bit more dragged than I like it to be. That's it. Or maybe it should have a little bit more going on instead of where he's like raising his hand. Maybe there should be like a scene where, you know, I know they didn't incorporate this back then, but Vegeta's getting his ass beat a little bit, because that is part of that moment where Vegeta gets his ass beat because he's protecting Goku from getting his ass beat, right? And so I feel like that should have been incorporated at least to an extent. I mean, it was a monthly LF. I feel like that should have just been there. It's not. That's why it's only good. If it were, it would probably be perfect, to be honest. They include that little scene there, but it is what it is. It's very old. I won't hold much against it. Being very old and being high up is not going to be a commonplace for a lot of these LFs, besides some exceptions, which you probably will see, you know, coming up shortly here, because I'm looking at them. Revhan, that's a copy-paste. It's literally just different angles of the yellow Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so anything that's going to be a copy-paste and that is not very original, I have a bad taste in my mouth for, so I am going to say, eh. And you know what, even more so, let's move these two. I'm going to move those two there. I just don't like the copy-paste setting. I don't really like the movies at all, to be real, so this is completely, you know, the whole list is biased, but like this is even more biased in my hatred of it. I hate the Dragon Ball Z movies. I think they're all shit. Battle of Gods, Resurrection, excluding those because those were actual movies, you know, actual care, not just money grabs like the other movies. Because, you know, you're giving me a fucking plot line of Turles or Dr. Wheelo. Shockingly, my care for those characters is not really existent. Sorry. Revhan, it's the same thing animation-wise as this. It's just, you know, here's Cell 2.0, aka Bojack. I can't be forced to care about it. I can't be asked to care about that scene, that moment, the reused animations. It's just a culmination of fuckery where I just simply don't give an entire shit. And that's kind of it for Evo. It just looks good enough to not be worse. But if I could put it worse, I would. I just, objectively, I can't feel like it would be worse. CMZ. Corrupted Murzumasu. So I think yours is okay. I don't understand. I've said this before. He gets some tiny-ass fucking blade. Like, the blade from, like, you know, the scythe of Rose goes, like, to fucking the moon. Like, out here, right? CMZ gets, like, it goes, like, 2 cent. Like, he grew his fucking fingernails out type shit. It goes, like, 2 centimeters, his little blade. Why? Why? If that shit went like the fucking scythe, and bro had like a fucking scythe in his hand, oh my god, I'd love it more. I know, very stupid mindset, you know, Oonga Boonga, big fucking weapon, it looks cool. I get it, but like, that's just what I like. So with that being said, it's kind of funny, because Super Vegeta gets a very long, you know, big, fucking trace of you left, fucking sword slash spirit sword, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I think just because of that, I'll put CMZ below, because I do think Super Vegeta's big bad, you know, fucking slice thing looks cooler. It's bigger, it's cooler, that's just how it is. Ape Vegeta. My man. So, actually, you know what, let's take a sip here of some, I don't know what the fuck is in this, I'll be honest, but something that's in this, because I got this yesterday. Late at night, don't worry, it's still, you know, not fucking poison enough to drink. Ape Vegeta. So I'm considering, I'm cooking in my head here. What are we cooking? I got the fucking, the stir fry going up, and I am trying to cook a amazing. But who is where? Let's say, who is where? Who is there? In amazing. I really like the moment where he headbutts Goku. I don't really care that much for like the 1-2-8 punch thing, but like then the fucking Gallic gun from his mouth is just like, god damn, didn't expect that from like a fucking mobile game, you know what I mean? I'll put Ape Vegeta second. I think for now Ape Vegeta fits second, just because Mom Vegeta has just more impact as a scene, but Ape Vegeta, dude, again, that's that moment where he's fighting Goku. The entire fight versus Goku with Vegeta and Saiyan Saga, I think, is one of the best fights in the entire show. And I think this does it well. It shows off that, well, Vegeta isn't this fucking god he thinks he is, this arrogant fucking, you know, prick he isn't like as strong as he claims to be. He can even lose to a fucking low-class warrior, right? So he has to go into Ape. I just like the arrogance even prior to that with him. Bro, he headbutts Goku. He could punch him. He could kick him. He could fucking throw shit in his fucking eyes. He headbutts. It's just like a cocky little dickhead. And that fits him. It completely fits him. Like Majin Vegeta fits Vegeta during that moment, right? Ape Vegeta, same exact thing. Just a fucking dickhead. Then he realizes, oh shit, I kind of am losing a little bit here. Gotta go Ape. And it just shows that he could still be arrogant dickhead when he's gonna be, you know, at least starting to lose. Because he's getting his ass beat a little bit by, you know, Goku. He's not losing, but he's getting his ass beat a little bit. Then he starts being arrogant again, even though he was just losing. And it fits him so well. That's exactly him. Perfect. It puts the personality perfect. I think you can tell if their personality is shown right, then the LF is even greater. But the animation tells us to look good. So that's kind of a fine line. A lot of these kind of fail to do both. It does a lot of one, but not a lot of the other. Give Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, for example. I can't fucking hear the dude. Also, the LF animation is kind of mid. Fourku! Now, Mr. Fourku, aka I dislocate my elbow and arm during my LF. Yes, you could look at it. Bro's arm goes from like this to like this goes like up here, inside out, like up there. Like I don't know what's going on. He wanted to like kill Ice Shenron. I get it. He did it, but like Bro broke his arm to kill him in the animation. So you know, respect to the brutality there, because holy fuck, I don't know what the hell was going on in his head to do all that, but he did it. Nonetheless, though, I think the dragon is pretty cool. I think him being so brutal with it and just being one fucking punch type shit is a little bit more savage than Goku really fits, but in that moment, bro was pissed. It was Pan getting fucking, kidnapped by Ice, and then it was a Goku moment. That was like, when people say Kakarot mode as a joke, that was a Kakarot mode there, basically. And I do think it fits in a very high tier because of that. I will say it is pretty goddamn amazing. Yeah, I have it above even Vegeta's, and I have Vegeta buys, especially for Saiyan Saga and Namek Saga Vegeta. So I think that was near perfect. If he didn't, had the situation where his arm genuinely does look like it broke, because that didn't happen in the show. If it was just the normal entire show thing, cut for cut, I'd have it perfect. But it's just a little like weird that I know it didn't happen, that it looks like his arm breaks. So I'm just like it's brutal and it adds more brutality, but I want more like comparable to the show, because we all came from the show, so I want to see more from the show. That's just me. I know it could be perfect. It's right. It teeters it very finely. LF Rose. Now this guy fucking does like this. Comes out. Has a blade. Love that. Very happy with that. Now LF Rose was before CMG, so you gotta give LF Rose some points. But then LF Rose was after SP, so you gotta lose some points there. But it's okay. There's nothing really fantastic going on with LF Rose's attack, I'll be honest. It doesn't even really like summarize his character in like the talking aspects where they deal with it, or like the smugness or the arrogance he also has as like this I'm holier than thou type thing Vegeta had in like the Saiyan Saga, or just Rose's whole personality is I'm a fucking god, you're a fucking mortal, get the fuck away from me, I'ma fucking kill you and your whole fucking family type thing like he did to Goku. It doesn't give me that vibe, which it's LF Rose. I need that energy. That's his energy. Give me it. I want to see it. That's why I watched the show, so I could see his energy. You did not give me that. I wanted it. You didn't give me it. No deliverance. I need to see him lower than, unfortunately, maybe anticipated, because people like, Rose. I like Rose. He's okay. He's an okay villain. Rose, I will have above SV, because I do think his animations are cooler, but it could have been so... Dude, this is one of those that could have been a perfect so easily if they just gave him more character. Holy shit, I heard it falling behind me. I think that was Rose stealing the fucking body of the pinata. He'll be back in another video. I'm not fucking putting him back today. I heard it falling. Frieza. Full power Frieza. Humana. Yeah, no, I'll be honest, this isn't that great. Voice line's even at the end, he kind of feels like rushed when he's talking. Full power Frieza. Really, I'm trying to consider this with logic, and that's probably not going to work out for me. No, I don't want to say it's good. No, I don't think it's good. I'll say it's better than Repon, it's not a copy-paste, but this really isn't the great animation. Yeah, no, I mean, how could you give him a great animation? It's dragged out. I don't really care about his moves. They don't feel that impactful. He should have done, like, the big boom move. I mean, he just gets it bigger and bigger and bigger. His fucking ball blast that he throws to Goku. And obviously, Goku punches that shit back, but it's like, it could have just been a lot more his personality. Again, look at first forms and look at, like, the arrogance and fucking ruthlessness, I guess, behind it. And it's like, full power Frieza, no one could best me, and he sounds like he's like in a rush and he's like losing his fucking voice, like he's like no one could best me. It's just like, bro, I need more there. I need more care, and there wasn't a lot of care put into that. I just think it's above the others because Beerus is a little bit Piccolo's pretty fucking boring. Redfon's copy paste. Frieza's, it's nuanced in a sense of like we don't have anything close to it. But it doesn't mean it's good because it's just better than those. Doesn't mean it's good though. UI Omen. Now this, I struggle to not say this is perfect because the moment, obviously everyone knows that fucking, hey, how the fuck's he gonna get out of this one? Oh, let's ride the fucking attack wave that we're on and beat that motherfucker's ass. Pretty good moment, right? There's no need for, like, speaking, because you could just tell it's Goku. It's just him being him when he's actually serious, actually caring. I struggle, really, to put this below perfect. I think it just has to be perfect. I don't think there's one thing wrong with UI Omen's attack. I just think it's exactly what you want. It's exactly the moment, and it's done the same way it was done in the show. Obviously, it's worse because it's not the show, but it's done the exact same way. I think it's just a perfect LF. I can't find a flaw in it. If I'm thinking about it back, again, I watched all these, and you're watching them as we go, I can't find a flaw in it. Good for them. That's one that deserves it as well. Good for them. Puddle, how are we cooking up here? Puddle. So I typically am not a fan of these what if LFs. That's just me. I know it might be a little silly, but that's just me. SV, CMZ, full power Friezas, all of those. I'm not the biggest fan of, because it's just like, maybe you could have done a little bit more depth, because there's not much depth going into them. Puddles is the same case. It's just, okay, Kamehameha. Okay, well now it's bigger. Okay. That's all we got. Like, it's okay, I guess. It's just not great. There's nothing here that makes me want to put it in good. I'll be real. I guess I could put it in eh. I don't even like it that much. All he does is some flips, does a Kamehameha, then he says, ha! And it gets bigger. I get it. Like, that's Dragon Ball, but, like, that's it. For a what if type of moment, that's it. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's good. I mean, it's better than Vegeta's, because I can fucking hear him, but, like, I just don't think that's good. He just says, ha, then it gets bigger. I don't care for that. That's just, I know, puddle slander. Who could have seen it coming? But genuinely, I just don't think that means much. It could have been so much more. Bro did a fucking barrier against the droids. Where's that? Bro was fucking dying half fucking, 1% HP against the fucking final boss. Why can't I see that? Then he, like, comes back up. Look at Kakarot's last moment of Future Gohan. And look at Legends. I don't want to just see, ha. Give me something. Give me some more. There's not more there. I want to see more. They didn't have the pushback to Detroit. There was no pushback at all. They're just like, oh, well, he has a bigger beam. That means he wins. We have no power. We can't stop the bigger beam. No. That doesn't make any sense to me. Evo. I want to talk about underwhelming. Bro punches like he's doing a little flurry attack. A little flurry attack against a fucking kitten with mittens on. Because that shit has no impact. I hate that so much. I like the, big explosion. It looks okay, but this is not a good LF. This is a pretty bad LF, I'll be honest with you. If I'm going to put this anywhere, I want to put it below Gohan's. Maybe not. I'll put it, like, right here. This LF is just so underdone. They did not care at all. It's the same thing as Super Saiyan Blue, Green Vegeta there. They just don't really give a shit sometimes. And that's so prominent with this Evo Vegeta. Though the moment, I will say, is a little bit forced, because that moment should not even have happened. Turn power the way it did. It was very much a nostalgia trip. I just wish they cared more. They clearly did not care about those two. And it's pretty obvious, at least animation-wise, right? They were good kit-wise, but animation-wise, they gave no fucks at all. Vegito Blue. VB's is pretty basic. I won't say that means negative or positive. But Vegito Blue, he does a couple punches, then he does his final Kamehameha, then he does the punch thing into the final Kamehameha, and then he does a flip, and then he slides and glides, and then he says some words.
Is that it? Some god you are?
If you're an anniversary unit, I'm going to give you more, like, hope they're going to be better than the other stuff. That's an anniversary unit. That is the anniversary unit of that year. Yeah, I'll be real. I need to see more to put you anywhere in, like, a god tier positioning, right? And I did not see enough there. I quite honestly was underwhelmed. I'll put it about here. There's not much that I care for in that VBLF. I'm pretty disappointed that I could say that, because VB is pretty cool, but VB was not very cool there. Kid Buu. It's very boring. I'm gonna be real. This is just kind of like, it's not trash, but like, it's so boring. The character doesn't speak. I don't get to notice anything about their personality. Yeah, that's a really bad LF. Sorry. He reforms, that looks okay, but that's one sequence in 1 second out of like 25 seconds, 20 seconds. It's just like, oh, that 1 second looked cool, he reformed. Is that really enough? The answer is no. Bardock! I think this is also perfect. Now, maybe not known reason, but the most known reason to me why I love Bardock is because his animations. I thought his animations were fucking raw. And that LF is clearly the most raw animation to me. To compare, I don't think really you'd have to change either or in your own take, but my own take, I would say Bardock's. Looking at both end screens here, they both have like similar end screens as well, of just like staring at you, or staring at rather where they were. Bardock's is better than. No, it's not. Omen's is better than Bardock's, but Bardock's, I mean, bro throws them upside down. He literally flies under the opponent, and then they're above him from his recoil of attack. And it's just like, he's mocking them by that. He's literally mocking somebody. Bardock shouldn't really be that arrogant, to be fair, but like, the fact that he can be in that moment, hey, it gives me kind of a Vegeta vibe there, so I like that. And he just so brutalizes his opponent. He's like, I don't give a fuck! And he just beats the ever-living shit out of Chilled. Very nice. Very, very well done. I'm surprised Bardock got the treatment of that. Just some random-ass LF. Very nice animation treatment there. LF, Goku, and Vegeta, the Blue Boys. They're a unique one to me. I do think they're very good. I think everyone knows their animations are pretty solid, but are they peak? I like the duo attack. I like the flurry of attacks. I like the moment where it's like, hey, let's do this, Vegeta. Or let's do this, Kakarot. You know, I like that. I'll put it in the perfect, but I do think the other two are just eclipsing it. I don't really think there's much I can say more on that. It's a pretty goddamn good one. It is perfect in its own right, but the other two are just better in my opinion. G4. I do not like G4s. I do not like GTs, so this is going to be a unique one. Though, Fourku is up there, obviously, so I don't have that much bias on that. G4 is very boring. He does, like, what? A punch? He literally does, like, a zigzag type of, like, maneuver. Then he does a punch, then he does his 100 times Big Bang Kamehameha. At all. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's good, I guess. But, like, is it great? No. It's kind of like, why the fuck did he not do, like, 67 million more things? Look at VB doing a flurry of attacks. Look at SV getting a fucking huge fucking sword thing there. For Fusion, I just expect more for an attack. And he just did two things. Two things? Two? What the fuck? Yeah, two. I don't want to fucking see two. I want to see 67. I ain't gonna see that. It's okay. You know, CMC's just solo because he has this fucking little fucking peeny fucking energy sword thing. If it was bigger, it'd just be higher up, but no. G4. Just do more, bro. Just do fucking more. LF Broly. I really don't care for this one too much, I'll be real. I like how very good is so exclusive, by the way. It's not really on purpose. I'm just putting them where I think them. I think LF Broly's is good enough for what it is. It's not a compliment to it. I think it's better than Full Power Frieza's. I think it's actually worse than CMZ's, yeah. I'll put it here then. it's good enough for what it is. It's just not. He's lost his brain. Okay. So he's a Kid Buu, but he's a Saiyan and he's a little bit cooler looking. So yeah, it's not really much to me. Apologies for that. Cell disappoints me. Cell looks great. Blue card, green card, strike, everything. But then I see his LF look like a fucking pencil tip, and that implying that it is very small, the beam that he does, which I get it, makes sense to the manga, but like in the actual show, that shit looked huge, that beam clash. That shit wasn't like a little circle, it was like a big fucking circle. Like, let's say this is a circle, that's the whole circle. In the LF, it's that. That's the circle. You can't do me like that. You can't. I don't like that. I do not enjoy that at all. I think it's good leading up to that. I think everything's great leading up to that. But that moment of, hey, that's the final fucking part of it, even his windscreen's great, is disappointing to me. It upsets me how disappointing it is. It's good. Won't downplay that, but that LF, it could have been amazing. Couldn't be perfect. I don't think it could be perfect. Unironically, being perfect. So, I think it fits right about here. This could have been so much better if that just didn't suck ass. Sadly, it does. Dragon Fist is a copy paste of a summon animation, which is even more. Wow, what the fuck was that, Legends? Which they could have easily done so much more. If it's a copy paste and it looks worse than Rev Hans, then it's gonna go right next to Rev Hans. That's just it. That's it. It looks okay because it's a copy paste. Obviously, it's a good animation prior to, but like it being a copy paste still lowers its value. That's just it. I hate that animation so much. Sword of Hope Trunks. Bro talks a lot. Like I don't really care. Like I hate Trunks. Right. So like here's my bias already. Sword of Hope Trunks though. He talks a lot. He's like, do this for humanity, blah, 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 blah. Don't let this arrogant, whatever, like, this guy who only believes in himself, prosper and win, blah, blah, blah. He talks a lot, bro. I get it, that's personality. He thinks he's, like, a fucking superhero, basically. Thank you. And he isn't. He isn't. He gets saved every single fucking time he ever exists, which, you know, Trunks moment. So I just hate the character. But it looks good enough. I don't know, it probably goes like right here. It looks okay. I fucking despise Trunks, that's it. Jiren's I used to not like as much, but after seeing it so much more often, it actually goes to more of the character of like, I want this motherfucker dead. And he kind of always does this in the show, where he's just like, he doesn't just, you know, stop after like, oh, they're weak, they can't maybe get up. No, he goes in and in and in and in and in. He goes till that motherfucker is out of the tournament. Completely. Every single opponent. Every motherfucker that exists. Or at least till he knows they're incapacitated. Like when Vegeta, he did the little counterattack thing, and he like stuck him there, then he fucking blew him up. Vegeta literally whited out. He wasn't out, but he whited out. So he figured, alright, bro's gone. I ain't give a fuck anymore. That's during the entire fucking arc there. And he does that in the LF. It's exactly him. He just goes. And he just beats the ever-living shit out of Goku. And it's just like, I feel like that's very good because it goes exactly with what he is. I don't like Jiren's character. It's pretty fucking boring and bland. But I do have to say, the way it's done in Legends is exactly how he is. And that, to me, fits a very good description. Gogeta Blue, objectively one of the better ones. There's not even much I'd probably have to say about it. It's just, it's a good fusion. It's a good attack. That's it. Perfect though, does it fit in the area above these others? I do not think anything will surpass Omen, I'll be honest. I just don't. The scene was too hype and it was done too perfect scene for scene. That's just it. Bardock GV. Gogeta Blue, can you surpass them? I'll say it goes above Goku Vegeta. I'll say that. I think that's proper. I don't think it goes above Bardock, and the just brutality of it, just how many things are going on, what's happening. I think it's just too much. But above them, Goku Vegeta, I think, does fit. The droids, it's okay. They kind of just do a couple attacks, and they do, haha, we'll kill you now. You know, I guess that is them, to be fair. So there's not much you could have done more about them. It's good enough. I don't know. It's probably above some fusions here, like right here. It's alright. It's not great. Again, VBs, I just had higher expectations. All these fusion headliners, I had higher expectations, and look where they are. They just didn't hit those expectations. And it's not even to say they were, like, absurd, because look what's above. Next up is MUI. Had to cut there for a second, you know, really look this through over for a second time here, and we'll continue doing that. But MUI, I think this is very clean. I don't think there's much flaw in this, to be real. It's actually pretty shocking that this is done pretty nice, but not to say that it's perfect because it's done pretty nice. It's just what they had going for the scene, and what the scene is essentially what they've done correctly. And with that, I think it's a pretty good moment. I could even put it in very good. I actually don't think it's that bad. Maybe it's a little bit of a basic moment, but it is a decent moment. I do think the ending's kind of silly, where it's like, oh, I'm here because all my friends. In reality, it's just like, Vegeta gave you some energy, you got kind of saved, and I guess that's because of friends, but like, it's just a little silly at the end. But still, the actual impact and fights and all that, it is what it is. It's solid enough, right? DBZ Trunks. Oh boy. I actually think this is pretty good. If I were to place it somewhere, DBZ Trunks does kill somebody. That's cool. I'm trying to think it through. Where would I put this here? It's probably above some of these, you know, fusion little rats. I'll put it next to Rose. You know, I'll put it above Sword of Hope. I think it's a little bit above Sword of Hope. It does look pretty cool. I wish he threw the sword and flipped it and, you know, put it in his sword holder instead of just place it there, because, you know, the show did that. At least when it was up against Goku, they just incorporated that. They didn't. They got lazy. But it does enough. It does its job. Nothing crazy. It just does its job. Cooler. I think this is pretty mediocre, I'll be honest. Cooler's is pretty, you know, he sounds like he's in a hurry to fucking leave the animation. At the end, he's like, I'm the strongest in the universe! Relax. Slow down. Use your words. Speak like a person. Being, whatever the fuck you are. He's like, I'm the strongest in the universe! Relax. Relax. The moves, they're alright. Nothing crazy. It is what it is. Probably a little bit above the droids, but that's not really saying much, to be real. It's just like, Bro, just slow down. Just slow down. Talk like a normal fucking being. I'll understand you better. Could be very good. You're just fucking rushing, bro. Beast Gohan. I think Beast Gohan's is very good. Actually, we'll put Beast Gohan's in a very high threshold here, where the move looks like it fucking hurts. Beast Gohan being vicious and just going. He does the same vibe as Bardock, where he just goes fucking ballistic when he's beating somebody's ass, and he does exactly that in his LF. He goes ballistic, he beats the shit out of them. He doesn't have this arrogance in the LF where he's just like, ha, I'm too good for you, I already won. No, he beats the ever-living fuck out of them, then has that cocky attitude, which is earned at that rate. So I do think it's actually a very good LF for the moments that it does display, and the moment it's meant to be displaying, which is funny, because look at FSK, look at Beast Gohan. They're obviously meant to display the same thing, but, like, Beast actually shows a level of competency that FSK doesn't have, especially in, well, the animation aspect. The 4s, I do not think they're good. I think they're pretty subpar, if I'm going to be real. They're not in but they're not in, you know, a gracious spot of good. If I were to put them anywhere, I'll put them, like, here. It's Goku and Gogeta, so, like, they're already kind of cool, but it's so many reused animations or reused assets of the GV one that's imperfect right now. No move from them looks very cool. The impact even has in the show is just like, oh, well, that shit did nothing. Same thing with the next LF as well. I need to have some impact for it to be high up. Look at Omen, good impact. Bardock, good impact. Gogeta Blue, impact. GV, impact. Fourku, impact. MV, impact. Ape, maybe has not as much impact, and I'll give you that, but the animation is just, there's so much things going on. I like the attitude behind it. Namek Goku, impact Frieza, impact Beast, impact Jiren, impact MUI. There's impact, right? There's actual, like, repercussions to, like, you fucked with this guy, now again, your fucking ass killed or beat. Every single thing in Very Good to Perfect has that. Ape, a little bit less than, because he doesn't win the fight, but he does end up beating the shit out of Goku, which does win that aspect of it. But the fours, they get their fucking ass clobbered, and those moves don't even fucking matter. So it's like, oh, well, why the fuck do I care about that anyways? VT is a similar vein, but VT was done very nicely. Now, I won't say proper, because proper would actually be disrespect to it. VT's LF is very good at looking. There's a lot of good dialogue in Vegeta and Trunks, maybe a little bit silly, because it's like, wow, we did it, son. And then he's just like, alright! That's Trunks' response. It's like, I guess that's a response. It's kind of stupid, but like, hey, it's something, right? It's something. But the actual animations of them talking prior to, I think it's very good. And I will put it in a very good setting. While I do hate the art of this Trunks here, I can't downplay that the moment was actually done most proper in Legends. Overall media that exists, Legends did it most proper, the VTLF. Good job, Legends. 17, I think a lot of it's boring, but I do think it does have impact, so that, you know, it does play a role. It's good. Probably a little better than, like, Trunks. It's better than Sword of Hope. It's better. I like Z Trunks. But it's okay. The one big move is, like, punch in the head to Annie Laza, right? Or Annie Raza, whatever the fuck his name is. And that's about it. Nothing else about it I give it a singular shit about. Sorry. Rev UI. Yeah, you're not gonna see me like this one very much. It's good enough. It's just a different one move and two moves actually from obviously UI Omen up there and Perfect. But because it's such a fast and kind of just like, okay, let's just get through this sequence, I don't care that much about it. It's really not that great. It'll be in good because, like, it's still Goku. It's still a cool, like, two moveset duo attack that he's doing, you know, the beam into the fucking big punch. But, like, there's so much more he could have done with UI Omen. He's in 3 different fights. He gave this guy 2 moves. It just feels lazy. It'll be above some of these here, but, like, it's not great. It's so lazy. And then, oh, the last one, the Boo Duo. I think it's terrible. You know their animation's terrible. Their windscreen saves them. So, animation-wise, it's trash. I'll say that out flat right now. But, it's It's kind of like Frieza. Everything sucks besides, like, one moment or two, or just, like, a combined bunch of okay moments. It's It's really not good. That animation, honestly, no. I'm giving this too much. I'm giving it too much. It's going like over here. It's not that good. The windscreen saves it, and even then, that is not a high savior. Overall, let me look at this here. Perfect, UI Omen, Bardock up there as well. GB, GV. I think that order is perfect for me personally. Fourku, MV, Ape. Okay. Namek, Frieza, Beast, Jiren, MUI, VT. The order doesn't really matter, but like I put them in order for myself. Obviously, if you disagree with the order, it's animations, bro. It ain't that deep. But if you disagree, great, awesome. Frieza, Beast, Jiren, MUI, VT. I'm gonna put VT above MUI. I'll put VT above Jiren and MUI. Yeah, I think so. Good. OG3Ku, Cell, FSK, Z Trunks, Rev UI, 17, Sword of Hope, LF Cooler, LF Rose, LF Cooler, Fours, Droids, VB, SV, G4, CMZ. Do I like the order of that? I think I do. Is LF Broly, Frieza, Full Power, Revhan, Dragon Fist, Beerus, Evo, Boo Duo, and Piccolo. Yeah, no, I like that. Bad, Puddle, Vegeta, Kid Buu, then trash is Goten. That is my LF animation tier list. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'll see you guys in the next one.